Good morning. We're about a week past Martin Luther King's birthday, 90th birthday, and everyone was celebrating his speeches and all this other stuff. Unfortunately, now that we have the internet, we actually know the real story about Martin Luther King. And I just have a very simple question for anybody watching these videos. Was Martin Luther King toxic masculine? Now, I don't fully understand toxic masculinity. Maybe somebody could break that down for me too. But at the end of the day, Martin Luther King, when he got killed, was with a prostitute the night before. This is not something I'm just making up. I mean, do your research. It's all over the place. Martin Luther King was just a regular guy who was out there messing with the ladies when he was on the road. That's just a fact. There's nothing else can be said about it. He also, I hate to say this, but he also was a closeted homosexual. Bayard Rustin. Do your research. He had a traveling buddy that him and that traveling buddy used to get it in those late night hotels down there, wherever they were traveling. When he wasn't with the man, he was with the ladies. So he was bisexual. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. I ain't got a problem with that. But the problem is he was toxic masculine because he was abusing his wife by cheating on her repeatedly. He was exposing his wife to diseases. He was carrying on all kinds of affairs, and some of them seem to be rather public, but people just forget. It's unfortunate that people have such short memories. And I think that it's unfortunate that guys today get ran through the mud. Kavanaugh, Bill Cosby, we can go on and on and on forever about men who are being called toxic masculine today for doing stuff that Martin Luther King did back in the 50s and 60s. So, like I said, on this channel right here, we're going to ask all the real questions. If you have a problem with it, hey, don't take it up with me. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with them. You don't have a problem with me. I'm just asking the questions. Now, maybe he wasn't toxic masculine, but if he's not toxic masculine, Bill Cosby's not toxic masculine, Russell Simmons is not toxic masculine. The rest of these guys, R. Kelly, I could go on for days about R. Kelly. We'll get to R. Kelly soon enough because this R. Kelly thing is disgraceful as well. This is really getting out of hand with the memes and all the ridiculousness. Because the thing is, certain people are getting passes and certain people aren't. All Martin Luther King did was make that speech. What else did he do? He got schools integrated. What did that do? Look at the school systems now. Hello? Anybody home? No, nobody's home. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, if Martin Luther King had lived, let's pretend like he didn't get killed that day. Let's pretend that Martin Luther King was able to live till now. He'd be 90 years old, and he would be getting ran through the mud on Twitter. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 110%. He would be getting ran through the mud on Twitter, one, because he had a whole lot of prostitutes in his life while he was married. That's number one, he's going to get ran through the mud. And two, he was a closeted homosexual. People would say, MLK, just come out the closet, bro. That's what they would say now. They would say, come out the closet, man. Why you hiding? MLK, we've made it past that. Check it out. Think about this 1 second. Just think about this. This is very, very ironic. Martin Luther King stood up for black people, and the needle hasn't moved since he died. He died back in the 60s. The needle has not moved for us. Yet, he was actually a homosexual, and the needle moved for them a lot. And he didn't even advocate for them. Martin Luther King did not advocate for the homosexuals. Bayard Rustin might have, but Martin Luther King was strictly black. He was on this thing about helping black people out. It was very honorable. It was a great deal. It was a wonderful thing. It was a great thing that he did. He put his best foot forward, and what he did in his free time was his free time. But now men are being persecuted for things that they do in their free time. So why does Martin Luther King get a pass?